You'll make my dreams come true. Doo, doo, boop, boop. Oh, sweet Monday morning caffeine. Good day to you and welcome back to my channel. How's it going, guys? Hello, it's Monday morning. Everyone's favourite time of the week. You can probably already tell this for yourself, judging by the fact my voice hasn't quite kicked into gear yet. I'm clutching this for dear life, still very much in pyjamas. I've literally just rolled out of bed. I did a log roll out of bed, I did a forwards roll continuously down the stairs towards the kitchen, and then I backwards rolled into the living room to come and say hiya. You could say that I am on a roll this morning. Oh, bacon roll. That would go down a treat right now. What am I talking about? The nonsense that comes out my mouth when I haven't spoken on camera for a couple of days and then I switch you on. Nonsense. Another level of I meant to say another level of nonsense, not another level of nonsense. Great Sir Neville of nonsense. And so the quarantine continues, hey? I hope you all had a good weekend, despite the fact that we're not allowed to leave the house or see other human beings. It's a real kicker. The weather was just so wonderfully angel music, Italian chef's kiss level of glorious. It was absolutely beautiful. So we went on a couple of nice little walks. Our government sanctioned walks of the day were very nice. Saturday was a bit of a lazy one. We did a nice family quiz, which was really fun. Had a couple of gins, which was lovely. Just took it really easy. I mean, why not? At this point, there's not a whole lot of easy not to do, is there? But yesterday was so productive because the wily-minded amongst you, the super tuned in and astute minds out there, may just notice that there is in fact a tonal difference in the backgrounds behind me here. Do not adjust your sets, ladies and gentlemen, but to my left here, you will see a white wall. To my right here, you will see a slightly gross, very kind of creamy yellow wall, which any kind of long-term smoker would be proud of. I'm not sure where that's going. I'm not sure who that guy was, but what I'm trying to say here is that we started painting the living room, and that is perfectly demonstrated by this bit up here, where we had enough. You'll probably just be able to see up there that that is the point where we said, that'll do, donkey. That'll do. So guess what the plan for the rest of the day is? We're gonna finish painting the living room, ladies and gents. I know I've promised that in about 3 vlogs so far, but today I actually have to because we've got half a wall that's yellowy cream and half a wall that's beautiful fresh white. Because we have so much stuff in this living room, I mean, it's actually a minimalist's fever dream nightmare. Like, there is just stuff everywhere. We decided, I'm not sure whether this was smart or just plain lazy, maybe a combination of both. The best ideas normally are, I guess. We decided rather than moving everything out and having an empty shell of a room to paint, we just thought we'd do one wall at a time and just shove everything over to one side. So we started about 1ish and finished about 6, and we managed 2 walls. So it's pretty time consuming, but it's made the most lovely difference. We watched Star Wars Rogue One on Disney Plus last night, and I said even the picture on the telly looks better. The colours were popping, the picture looked great. It's changed our lives for the better. So that's my big job for today. I'm not even going to put anything else on my to-do list. Well, I've got a bit of work that I need to do first, so I'm going to go and do that now while I have my coffee and a little bit of toast. And then that is my one and only job today. Paint the goddamn living room. Yeah. So welcome back to the DIY vlogs that everybody actually signed up for. It's about time. Right, I've had some breakfast. So first things first, I need to get all of this out of the way. But we also have a lot of stuff over here, and a lot of stuff over here, and a lot of stuff over here. So I'm not entirely sure where we're going to put it. Good morning.
Nick Knowles here to help with the DIY.
DIY SOS. This is an SOS. And then I can just cover the sofa with a big dust sheet and everything will be under the dust sheet then. That's the plan.
Still got paint on your forearm.
It just doesn't go, does it? I realised all my fingertips have got like little paint imprints in them as well. If anyone wants to clone me, here you go. First things first. Let's move the tiger. And other sentences we say in this house. Here he goes. Well, that nice little tidying montage of wholesome home life was abruptly ended because, oh, so annoying. We found some damage on the floor, basically, that the cat's done. so that's really annoying. The new floor. Again, 1 step forward, 10 steps back. Will this ever end? Will we ever just have a nice room where nothing is broken or ruined? Probably not. Oh, bloody hell. Well, we've had a bit of a strop about it. We've both just been like, why? And now I feel like it's out of my system. And there's nothing you can do about it, is there? You just solve it. Just solve it when you can. It's not the end of the world. So I'll have to get the floor men back at some point, but never mind. It's all good. Anyway, let's go to the shed and get the dust sheets because this is now clear. This bit behind me is now clear, which is great news. This is now the living room of madness for the next couple of hours while I get this wall done. I think we may need to invest in a lawnmower at some point. Look how long it is. Right, I need... Actually, all the painting stuff is still inside from yesterday. But I do need this little bundle of dust sheets to get everything covered and protected. I don't think I need anything else from in here. I think we should be all good now. Can I do your laundry for you, dear? Dust sheets. Right, I'm gonna get the floor covered. Let's not ruin any more floor than the cat already has. Let's try and keep the rest fairly decent, shall we? Let's go one more for look. Cover up as much as you can to avoid the deadly paint splatters. Oh, and I also need the step ladder. Marvellous. Right, you know I mean business because I'm going full on hair back, slight Miss Trunchbull type vibes. Yeah, because the first part of this extremely long process is sanding the walls. It's the least fun thing I've maybe ever done. Basically, our walls aren't in very good condition, to say the least. This house hasn't had a little bit of loving and TLC for a very long time, and it feels like it's literally just paint after paint after paint after paint on really rubbish peeling lining paper. It's not even wallpaper, it's like crunchy, crispy. We probably should have got someone in to like redo the walls, but quite frankly we haven't got the immediate funds available. And to be honest, like, we'll probably do that in the future to like properly spruce it up if we ever wanted to sell it or whatever, but we just want it to be lighter and brighter and look nicer. So as a bit of a compromise, before we slap a load of paint on, we go over it with either some sandpaper or my snazzy new little toy. Bought myself a little hand sander. Yesterday was the first time we've ever used it. I've done a little test patch on some woodwork upstairs, but yesterday was the first time we properly used it, and let me tell you, this bad boy is a game changer. I did the whole of the bedroom just like by hand with bits of sandpaper wrapped around a block, and that took such a long time. That was like a full-on arm-day workout going on. And this is still pretty hard work. It's a lot of like, you know, shoulder action, but this literally just makes it so much easier. And this room is in way worse condition than the bedroom as well, so needs a little bit more hardcore elbow grease. Before we did the two walls yesterday, I did take a bit of footage of some of the wall texture, just to kind of show you what I mean, and we did manage to take off quite a lot of it, and it looks loads better than it did before. The other catch of using the sander, however, is that I have to wear one of these. I hope you can still hear me. This is a look. Luke, I am your father. You think darkness is your ally. That was supposed to be Bane. I'm not sure I pulled it off too well. This is really weird. This is really weird. Welcome to COVID-19 vlogging. The fire rises. That was supposed to be Bane. Sounded a lot more like the Grinch. 2 o'clock, wallowing in self-pity. 5 o'clock, jazzercise. Well, this is a thumbnail and a half, isn't it? I'd click on that thinking, who let her out of the madhouse? There's your thumbnail right there. We've got a good angle there. Wouldn't want you to miss any of this riveting content. Are you joking? I'm gonna need an extension lead. I'll be right back. All right, we go again. Hello, are you in there behind the dust wall? Alcove is all sanded. I will show you what's happened, although it's not particularly interesting. You can basically see where it's kind of like buffed off the shine, it's taken off the top layer. There's certain bits like this where there was like a big lump in the wall basically, where it's taken that down. Little chips have been taken off, so pretty pleased with that. I think I've done quite a good job there actually. It feels much better. I've got a proper red nose from where the dust mask's been sitting, but step 2, you might not have thought it was possible, but potentially even more boring than step 1. I now need to root out my trusty old hiding behind the plant sugar soap. I'm just going to give the walls a quick wash with sugar soap to take off any of the grime and as much dust as I can. Although to be quite frank, I look like I need more of a sugar soaping than the walls do. I think it's actually physically impossible to look decent while you're doing DIY. Look at the state of me. Bam, bam. And then we can actually get to painting. The fun bit once this is dried anyway. And for the actual good bit that I actually want to do. My glamorous assistant here with me. Ready to help me pour some paint. If you're wondering how we managed to get hold of any paint when everything is closed, it's just leftover paint. It's just leftover paint from the exact same shade that we used in the bedroom. We didn't get through 2 whole tubs of it for the bedroom, so just gonna whack it on the walls in here instead. There she blows. This is Valspar. What's it called? Blankety blank.
No, Blanc de Blanc, I think.
Ah, Blanc de Blanc. The French version of blankety blank. Sure you want to get involved?
Yeah.
Business to do, people to see.
That is exactly that, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start with the paintbrush, I think, and do the little bits first. Choose your decorating fighter. Option 1, small brush. Option 2, medium brush. Option 3, roller. Don't give me any credit for that, I stole that from TikTok. I think I'm going to go for my trusty medium-sized brush. Get stuck in with all the nooks and crannies first. This is a lesson that I learned from the last painting video. Loads of you told me to do the edges first and then use the roller. So I'm going to listen to you all because you're more intelligent than I am. Going funny. Been looking at white paint for too long. I don't know what's first coat, I don't know what's second coat, I don't know what's done, I don't know anything anymore. This is what I've managed to do so far. Gonna be honest, it's taken way longer than I thought it was going to. It's kind of going well. I mean, I feel like I've made a semi-good start and like the main bit is all done. This bit around here is done, but then like haven't touched this bit yet. This bit is all super patchy and terrible and I'm getting tired and bored of it now, so it's not even fun anymore. But I'm gonna break it up a bit because I'm gonna jump on and have a little catch up with Kate and Jenny now. We've been doing this like little coffee catch up most days as if we're kind of like all having a coffee break together, which is actually really nice. I really recommend it. So let's see if they're about, let's see if they're online. I'm gonna have to sit on the floor because the sofa is covered in, well, pretty much everything. Welcome to day 2 of the Great British Decorating Off. I was absolutely shattered after I did that bit last night. Yesterday I was under the illusion that I was going to get the entire room done in one go yesterday. Let me tell you something, that did not happen. But here we go, I am still covered in dust, still got paint in places that I didn't know existed, and ready for day 2. Today I'm going to be tackling this bit over here. As you can see, I got to this point yesterday. Got a nice little two-tone thing going on again. And then if I'm feeling super energetic, I'm ready to go, we'll get the last wall done as well. So, da, 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 da. Let's do this. Is it on straight? I wouldn't want to look silly. I've done it! Well, I mean, that makes it sound like I've done the whole room. I've done this wall. It has literally taken me nearly 3 hours, but I have just completed this side of the room. I'm gonna have a little break because I'm literally sweating. It's such hard work doing it by yourself and so unfun, but worth it though, because that is now, I reckon, like, I don't know, I was gonna say 3/4, but I reckon maybe even 4/5 done. Alexa, stop. Shut up, I've had enough news for today. Totally worth it though, because it just looks infinitely better. We were saying as well, it makes all the sort of like colours of all the things that we've got over here, like pop even more. It just looks great. So we're really pleased with it. It's coming out really nicely, but one more left to go. Good job it's dry, because just come in after lunch and found this little Explorer. Thank goodness the walls are dry, otherwise we'd have a very white cat right now. I've also just started something which I almost definitely shouldn't have started. Oh, Adam's home. Nice walk?
Yeah, it's alright.
Good. Did you get all the bits we needed? Cat biscuits?
I got everything apart from kitchen rolls. Didn't have any.
As long as we got cat biscuits, then that's alright.
I did get sponges.
Lovely! Is it nice outside?
Yeah, it's well nice.
Yeah, it looks
Didn't
lovely.
need a jumper for this, but...
Look at this that I've just kind of discovered. There was a piece of paint that was flaking off the fireplace here. No. So I just lifted it up, just curious to see what was underneath. And it's wooden underneath. So if we managed to scrape off all this crappy magnolia paint, then we could freshen it up and it'd be much nicer.
Nice.
But I mean, that feels like a really large project. I've just been chiseling with a knife. But I mean, that feels like a huge project. I think you'd need like a proper hardcore sander or maybe paint stripper. I don't know, if anybody has any ideas about how we do this, please let me know, because I would like to properly, because like even these bits here are just so thick with paint. So they'd probably be much nicer if we could get the layers and layers of paint off. I reckon there's maybe 3 layers of paint on it. Every time I turn this camera on, I'm getting more and more sweaty and frazzled. But I suppose that's a good sign. It means we're nearing the finish line. I just wanted to show you, for anyone who wonders why we like clean the walls first before we paint them. How gross is that? That's literally what's come off one wall. Actually quite rank. Do you know what I've realised as well while decorating these rooms? The people who lived here before us, I don't know who they were. All I can tell you is that they were very careless tea carriers. They just flung tea around the room. It was up in the bedroom and it's down here as well. They've just flung tea all over the place. It's like they've surprised themselves every now and again and been like, ooh, bleh. Little tea splashes on like every wall. Anyway, I finished the last bit of prep. Looks way worse than it did to begin with. Reached that stage where I'm like, what have I done? But this is it. The last bit of grubby magnolia in this living room. Hasta la vista, sayonara. See you never. See you never again. Hey guys, me again. Editing Lucy here in full editing mode. Just washed hair, which I couldn't be bothered to dry. Grey trackies, like full on editing mode. I'm just sitting here cozy in the corner putting this video together and realised that yesterday I didn't even do an outro or a grand reveal or literally anything to show you the finished product, so that would have been like the ultimate anticlimax ever. So I thought I'd do it now while we're still tidy. It probably won't last very long, so I figured now is the time to do it and give you a little grand reveal. If I can as well, I think I've still got this footage in the depths of my laptop somewhere. I'm gonna put a little before clip in of when we just first moved in and what this room looked like when we first moved in. I'll try and find the estate agent photo as well if I can, so that we can do a little bit of a before and after and have a look at the progress and see how we're getting on. I realise it's probably really boring just seeing loads of clips of this room with like tiny little changes each time, but it's like important for us, I think, to mark any kind of progress that we make. And I suppose in reality, I mean, it took 3 days, so this is kind of a big one, I guess. But anyway, drum roll please, in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! So this is our lovely, bright, fresh, clean, painted living room, and we just like could not be happier with it. It's made such a difference. I feel like it's really made the floor pop a whole lot nicer. I feel like the floor looks so much more defined and clean, and everything just looks so much brighter, like all the little bits and bobs that we have over here, including the cat. Hello, say hi. Hello. So when the sun comes in, it's a bit of a cloudy day today, but when the sun comes in, it just looks beautiful. It's made the curtains look much nicer. The white curtains kind of really come into their own now. Little bit of blossom outside looks cute as well. It's even made the living room fridge look nicer. I feel like even the living room fridge has been improved. And I'll just complete the little 360 spin to show you it all. It's made such a difference and we're just so happy with it. Look how bright and clean it looks. I'm so happy. For some reason, I'm not sure why, I feel like it's particularly made a difference having white behind the telly as well. This space here just feels really kind of like a blank canvas. And I'm so ready to find some prints to put up. I really miss having prints all around the house. This is going to be like the main space for us to do a little bit of a gallery type thing. So yeah, that's the latest. that's the living room walls done. What a big job off the list. Absolutely buzzing with that. You might just be able to see up here as well. Next thing on the list is ceiling, which I really want to get covered because I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but we've got like really bumpy, textury, it's like a textured ceiling basically, and I really want to get them covered or boarded or whatever it is they do to it. I just want them smooth and nice. So that's on the list. I need to replace the lampshade because that now looks yellowier and grubbier than ever before. I need to find some curtain tie backs for these because they're just kind of draped at the moment. It'd be much nicer if we had proper little tie backs. And I'll have to do the woodwork. That's another big thing that needs doing in here, but I'm focusing on all the stuff that still needs doing. Getting the walls done is a big job and I'm really happy with it. It's made such a difference. There we go. That's another job off the list. Another little stamp on this house that we've done to make it ours. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this one. Nice to get back into doing a little bit of a, they're not moving vlogs anymore, are they? What are they? Home decorating vlogs? A catchy title. Whatever they are. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you real soon with another video. Bye. Mwah.